Okay, welcome back, everyone. Questions for Coach Miller? Please raise your hand. We'll start with Steve Rivera, Fox Sports 1450.
Yeah, Sean, over the last 4 games, 3 of them have been blowouts. I'm sorry. You probably like these type of games where they're closer. You find out more about your team, or, what did you find out about your team in this close one?
Well, first of all, this was our 4th game in 8 days. Everybody is doing things a little bit differently with COVID. UTEP, I watched them play at St. Mary's, and now, they traveled to play here in Tucson. So we're not the only team that, has their stress points. But I think playing 4 games in 8 days as we approached the end of a semester with so many new faces started to wear on us a little bit tonight. I thought we did some very good things. I'm thrilled that we were able to win the game. It's always great to be able to teach and learn and make adjustments and be able to do that with a win. But, not making a 3-point shot, that's not good. We only shot 9. I think you have to understand that UTEP really tried to stick with our perimeter players. When we got the ball in and around the basket, we had no post crowd. We had no double team. They just let our bigs go one-on-one with unlimited dribbles against their bigs, and we didn't really exploit that defense. Like if a team does that, you got to be able to score a little bit easier. And really, I thought the first half was more of a reflection of that than even the second half because they played more zone. But in the first half, we had 6 shots where I'm talking about right in and around the rim, whether it was a second shot, a jump hook, a drive, and we didn't convert. Same thing on our drives. I thought our drives, we had some good drives, but our drive to pass in some ways was taken away because they did a good job of kind of staying at home on the perimeter. So, what do we get? We got fouled a lot, and to our team's credit, if you go 25 for 28 from the line, you got to feel really good about that. And then 18 second shots is awesome. But to my point, when you get a second shot, if you get 18 second shots, at worst, you should have 18 points. You want a point for every second shot. As a matter of fact, I can make the case more points on 18 second shots. If you look at it, we had 11 second chance points and they had 13. So they had 6 offensive rebounds and they had 13 points. We had 18 offensive rebounds and we had 11. So when I talk about us not finishing, that's the storyline. If we finish jump hooks, finish second shots, I think what you would have found is we would have ended up shooting more threes and making a few because they would have had to adjust. So, getting our big guys better, more comfortable, finishing more, that's something that I think this game taught us. And, 16 turnovers, that's also not good. We should have had 4 or 5 more shots. But 16 turnovers, 7 of the 16 came from, 2 freshmen, Azulis and Ben, that saw a different type of defense, and they struggled in that area. So I think they'll improve with experience, and that's why you have to play games.
Thanks.
Next question, Justin Spears, Arizona Daily Star.
James really struggled shooting the ball today, but he was aggressive and got to the free throw line and made 14 free throws. What does that say about just his ability to adapt during a game?
Yeah, James played a very good game. He had 3 assists and 1 turnover and 2 steals. He was 14 for 14 from the line. He got fouled 7 times and he converted 14 for 14. Looking at his shots, he might have taken a couple tough ones, but I think that he almost tried to score the ball for us when we were struggling at times, and he'll learn from that. But his 36 minutes, he did a lot of good things, and his shooting numbers will come around.
And Benedict has looked very impressive over the last few stretch of games. What do you like about his game and what he's been able to do this year?
Well, Ben is really rebounding the ball and 5 for 7 from the floor. We didn't play him a lot in the second half because, his turnovers were really tough turnovers. They were passes to the team in orange, catch it, go the length of the floor and score. And, those turnovers against the zone defenses, I mean, they almost don't allow you to win. So, one of the things he has to improve on is his dribbling, his passing, decision-making. As he sees different types of defenses, he'll improve that. And really the same for Azulis. He's had some early foul trouble here in his young career so far. And, but those 3 turnovers, I mean, that's 7 of 16 turnovers came from those 2 guys, and they'll improve. They'll get better.
Next question, Jacob Minuti, Daily Wildcat.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of already answered it a little bit earlier, but I mean, you guys only took 9 3-pointers. Was that the game plan coming into this one, or is that kind of just how the game played out?
That's how it played out. I just answered that.
Are there any more questions for Coach? Yes, Bruce Pasco, Arizona Daily Star.
Yeah, Sean, you were a great free throw shooter. Did you ever have a night like that where you hit so well at the line but just couldn't get it going at the field like James did? Is there a different mentality, where you're able to separate it kind of, or what did you think about that?
Well, James's style is he's an attacking guard, so he gets fouled, right? I mean, he puts pressure on the defense, and obviously we don't want him to go 2 for 11. He doesn't want to go 2 for 11, but man, when you go 14 for 14 from the line, get fouled 7 times, have 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, but he did some really good things on defense. He's the engine that makes us go, and I'm glad we have him. And one big reason we won the game is his overall play. Tonight, we won in spite of some of our offensive possessions. Again, you don't make a 3, you have 16 turnovers, and you really are playing one-on-one with no help in the low post, and you don't score. I gave you the stat: 18 second shots, 11 points off those 18 second shots. A lot of what we did tonight was a function of our defense. And, if you go to the game, they shot 40%, 33 from the line. We kept them off the glass. They shot 15 free throws, 6 of those 15. We fouled 2 3-point shooters early in the game, which again, it's a learning opportunity for us. We don't want to do that. And, but the more we play, the more we learn. I think our schedule's been smart for this year's team, and we have to keep improving, keep growing. Certainly we know that, the Pac-12 looms here in the future.
Do you feel like James, has really taken advantage, particularly, the way teams are playing him, and just kind of has that savvy about how he can maybe turn that into his advantage, getting to the line and picking up fouls?
Yeah, I mean, he has a knack of getting fouled, and I don't think that will stop. We want him to shoot a higher percentage. Some of it is we have to create that for him. He has to kind of be patient sometimes and not turn down a 3-point shot, take it, and he'll do that. He'll do that. It's been a while since he's played. He's only played 5 games with us, and the more he plays, the more comfortable he'll get.
And finally, I was just wondering, you mentioned obviously playing 4 games in 8 days, but on the other hand, you only had 1 in the first 10 days, and maybe playing 4 and 8, is that an upset in itself that you actually got to play the games? And is that a consolation, I guess, or, how do you feel?
Yeah, we're glad that we've had a chance to play. We're only allowed to have 7 non-conference games, and we have 2 left. So, we got our fingers crossed and hopeful that we'll be able to play Cal Baptist on Wednesday in Montana and get all 7 in. That would be great. I think every time we play, we have a chance to win and certainly improve. We're a much better team right now than we were a couple weeks ago, and we have a group of guys that are willing to sacrifice and work at it, listen and learn. I don't have to tell you, we have a lot of new faces, and time is on our side in that we have a bigger upside than maybe some teams we've had in the past because we just have very little experience together. The other part of it is, our guys, you have to understand, getting up early every day 6-7 days a week and getting COVID tested and, the remote learning, Zoom, we're at a real pressure point right now. I mean, every one of our players has final exams they're either taking or getting ready for, final papers that they're completing or getting ready to complete. They're finishing up their classes, and, all students have that pressure on them as we head towards Christmas. But with COVID, 4 games in 8 days, me as their coach, and then getting ready for finals, like, trust me, like, we have a day off tomorrow. It will be a good, welcomed day off. I'm glad for their health and well-being they have that day off. And then we have a chance to get right back at it and improve and prepare for Wednesday, which, I watched Cal Baptist play early in the season against USC, and USC is a very good team. And Cal Baptist was right there to win the game. I think they lost in overtime. So very similar to like Eastern Washington when we played them. Great 3-point shooting team, a really good coach, and we're going to have our hands full. It's going to be a real good test for us on Wednesday.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, one final call for questions for Coach Miller. Great. Thank you, everybody.